beginning with sports, they're just around each other, but stark naked all the time.
Just like in a jail, just like in fraternities, that's why I always say large masculine systems operate the same, which is why you have the same impacts, which is a lot of DL men. But even if you think about sports, like in women's sports, they always complain like, oh, most of them are lesbians. Like, listen, what are you expecting? Like, if you're being socialized around nothing else and you don't really know any better, because of course at a certain age, like your brain is not really thinking sexually, like you're just in moments, just having moments, but you're also not being taught like, hey, maybe you're not supposed to be into this. So that's why I say like it kind of leaves the door open for, to me, if you're being taught to get closer to these men, to not trust women, it's like emotional intimacy only, it's like a thin layer before, to me, men don't even equate, I guess because I'm getting tongue tied, because I want people to be able to understand. Most men, and I mean, argue with me if you want, but I think when you say the word intimacy, they're going to equate that to sex. They don't equate that to the emotional connections that they're having with their homeboys and how it's like crossing a boundary to where it's like y'all are technically in love with each other. You just haven't been sexual.
You
Or
know,
they have been sexual sometimes. But yeah.
let me tell you something. Back in the day, I used to always think it would be even weird. Like, you ever notice like they would have a song, like even like when with the studio world, like it'd be a bunch of people on a song talking about. Remember that song? I'll beat the pussy up. I'll beat it up. Now it's all these men in the studio singing about how they about to beat some pussy. It ain't no females in it. They just go one after the other, horny, high, whatever, talking about pussy and eating, beat it up. You mean to tell me? Come on now. To me, something connected right then when I heard that song. I was like,
yeah, and I mean, and I always tell people like I used to be at strip clubs with DL, man. Like it's all, it's, I don't even know how to explain it. Like you're right though. Like they get off the lean, they're on perks, they're just ready for whatever.
do you think that drugs kind of like will make people a little bit more open too as well? Like when they start doing some ecstasy pills, all that.
No,
And like,
especially ecstasy. Yeah. If
yeah,
they're doing ecstasy, I feel like people who do ecstasy, that's literally, to me, what else are you doing it for except to be very open, very promiscuous? It's like smelling poppers. What else are you doing that for?
can you tell the audience what these poppers are? Is I know it's just something that you sniff, right? And it's supposed to make your booty loose or something like that. Is that what?
Okay, so it just gets you aroused. It's kind of like, I mean, I don't know what ecstasy does because I think ecstasy is Molly, so I don't think it would have the same impacts. But essentially, it just gets you aroused. It is something that you smell. When you hear poppers, a lot of people think it's something that you eat. No, it's something that you smell. Is if your man has poppers, he's definitely gay. Straight people don't use poppers.
Isn't poppers like some shoe shine or something like that? Or it's like
No,
what,
it's a CD cleaner.
CD cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then if somebody figured out, man, I get kind of high. How long does this? How long does it last?
Mm,
Is it like nitrous where you could like you do it in the like last of like about 45 seconds, or is it you to
I
kind of
don't
get
know what
around?
nitrous is, but all I know is that
Laughing gas. You know when you go to the dentist and they give you that stuff and they be like and it kind of makes you feel like you got to laugh a little bit like
mm-mm.
funny. You never been to the
No,
dentist?
I just go straight for the Novocaine to the gum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't do
Oh, they
no
got the gas they give you and it kind of like
no, no.
relaxes you. So, but
Yeah,
never
no,
mind.
just stick me in my gums. But yeah, so yeah, poppers is it women by you not even being able to see it. To me, I don't want to give you too much of that conversation because you really need to see it because your man could have it and you wouldn't really know because it's not something that you're gonna just see. I mean, of course, if you see it, you might be like, "What's this?" But you're really not gonna know what it is unless you like really
I'm about to
see
get
it.
a picture. Let me find this picture of this popper because we
Mhm.
need to know all the details about what these key people are doing so we don't be like caught off guard. Because yeah, how would a guy know about poppers unless they? Because that's kind of something that people just know about.
Mhm.
That's specifically in the gay community, right? That,
Right.
that they use.
Mhm.
I heard that it actually loosens up the sphincter so that it makes it
Um.
easier to have anal. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it definitely. That's why I say it just kind of is euphoric. Like it's just, I guess anything. That's why I'm like anything euphoric. It's like if you get drunk, like your body is gonna be like your inhibitions. Like yo, so that's why I'm like it's quick though. But if your man has poppers, even if
Yeah, so
it's
if you see anything like this, women in your man's closet, these are how they look. 9 times out of 10, or not in his closet, in his
and see those are the small ones though. They have like some square ones. Like
this was CD cleaner. Well,
mhm.
they must have turned it into something different because how do you clean a CD and it say hardcore? You must be really trying to CD
But
clean.
you're supposed. But that's what I'm saying. Like if you go to the adult store, like you are supposed to clean your adult CDs with it. But of course, people sniffed it. I mean,
And figured out that they got them.
it's a lot of drug addicts in the gay community.
So do it do anything to women too? Like
I mean,
not
it'll do anything to
not friends.
anybody that
No,
smell
we're
it.
not talking
It's
about.
like it's a drug. It's an inhalant. So anybody that smells it is gonna have some type of impact. But I think if you don't have that many brain cells, you might not want to do it because it's gonna fry your brain cells.
Right, right. So y'all don't do poppers, y'all. Okay. I mean, I hope but this is for entertainment. I mean, educational purposes. It's not promoting
Mm-hmm.
any kind of inhalant drug or anything. We're just trying to educate our audience because these are things that are happening in the community, and people might see this and not even think anything twice about it. They might think, oh,
Yeah.
it's some shoe shine or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
this brown thing right here, I mean, a lot of like your oils that come in, that your smell good oils will come in a case like this, so you wouldn't even know what that was, and it could be that poppers thing. So, just if you see that, be careful, guys. So let's continue. So on top of like some of the red flags. I see you also have this PowerPoint. We're gonna go over some of the things that you have in here of like the personality traits. We're not gonna do this whole PowerPoint, but I did want to bring it up so people know it exists. That he does have an entire PowerPoint, and he has a video where he goes over this PowerPoint for 2 hours.
I don't just have a video. I
You got
have
several videos.
almost have 100 videos. That's why I said like the PowerPoint. They know it's out there because I mean I almost have 100 videos. I done that from January until like maybe the end of August. Every day, sometimes 3 times a day. So, you know, but what's up with it?
If you go to any of his pages, let me
YouTube.
put it up here on YouTube or let's
Yeah.
see. It's all the things are on YouTube on his
Yeah,
YouTube.
they're all on YouTube because it's too long for the most part. So I go live every single day almost and go over it. But I do have playlists and I just, constantly I'm talking about the information because the PowerPoint is just a guide. Like it's not technically for me, it's just a thing where some people need to see the information. They don't need to just hear it. Because I
Exactly.
mean it just guides me, but it's not really.
Visual learners versus like you have auditory learners. You have people that learn by doing it, and you have others that learn by seeing. And if you're able to have a visual cue as well as an audio cue, it makes it stick in a person's mind even longer. And the biggest part I think was really interesting is how you were able to break down some of the personality traits
Mhm.
that you might not even realize. Like a person might be experiencing this with a man and not even think that there might be by a chance might be DL. That it's because
Mhm.
he really is gay and doesn't want a relationship with a woman, but
Mhm.
or he might be bisexual but is having harboring those other emotions for men. So there's some kind of level of frustration that's
Yeah.
going on. So let's kind of go into the personality real quick.
Mhm. Oh, you want me to just kind of go over it like I
Yeah,
normally
yeah. So
do?
the one of the things
Okay. Oh
is
yeah. So of course, I always start with the personality because I think a lot of people are shallow, but to me, if you're shallow, you're always gonna end up with a deal, man. So this is usually for people that look beyond the shallowness and look at a person's character. But narcissism is one of the first one because of course most men are narcissistic, but this is crucial for a DL man because this is where that self-hate comes in. This is where that lack of empathy, the lack of sympathy, where they're always gonna put themselves first. Like a DL man is selfish first. Like they only think about themselves, what can benefit them. Like that's crucial, because if they weren't narcissistic, they would tell you that they're into men. They wouldn't hide it from you. They wouldn't need to live in secrecy. So and let me say this too, because a lot of men are narcissistic. All narcissistic men are not DL. We just live in a society where it's a patriarchal society. So most men feel important. They're taught that women don't really have an importance. So yes, you're going to meet a lot of narcissistic men. This is crucial, but not all men are narcissistic, but most are. But right after that, this is very important. So misogyny, or the misogynistic part of their personality, is crucial, because a DL man doesn't like women, like, at all. Not even just saying they might like you sexually, but they don't really like you. Like, it's not like a thing where they're trying to build an emotional connection. They don't really see you as human. They see you as somebody just to have kids with, and somebody to essentially just be their slave. Like, you know how it's always like the man is gonna lead and then the woman does all of this other stuff. Where were you taught that from? Some people are gonna, say maybe your parents, but ultimately that came from the Bible. But if you go back to how the household should be set up based off the Bible, is nowhere in there. Even though to me it's all misogyny, but that plays a big part, because if a man doesn't see you as a human, he's never gonna truly love you. He might like you, he might care about you, but as far as loving you and understanding you, because we're completely different. A man and a woman is different. So if you're a man, or if you're with a man that doesn't even care to understand women or understand you, is not going to go anywhere. Because most men that are misogynistic only see women as sexual objects. They don't really see the need to conquer. And patriarchy is all about conquering. They don't really see a need to conquer women, because they feel like, well, I'm already above you. And of course, that's misogyny. That's why I say women fought hard to be equal to men and get all of these equal things. But now you see men didn't want that until it's convenient, until it's time for you to put something in their butt, until it's time for you to do something that would be considered gay. But now all of a sudden they want you to be equal. Or when they just want to do feminine things that, if, like me wearing lip gloss, maybe they glossed up, but now all of a sudden it's not gay to them. So again, that's where misogyny, and it kind of goes to your feminine energy. This is why they love masculine women, because they don't want you to be feminine. Like, they don't like feminine energy. They hate that you get to have a soft life. This is where that jealousy comes into play, because those type of men think that women just sit around all day just getting dressed and that's just it. Like, you got men that will just take care of you, and maybe for some women, but they don't truly understand what women actually do, whether you have kids, whether you're trying to work on your career. They just don't care either. So right after that, the impulsivity is important. Like, all of these are important, but them being impulsive is important, because when you can't control your impulses, you're going to go for anything. Like, they don't have any type of self-control. It's those men that you'll hear them say things like they've never turned down any pussy. And excuse my language, but if a man can't turn down sex, or he doesn't have any boundaries, what makes you think if he sees the man that he's interested in, or if I hit him up and got some money, if he doesn't have any self-control, or he doesn't have any boundaries or any self-respect, what makes you think he won't go for it? You should assume that he might. And of course, they're going to always be avoidant. DL men don't like to talk about things. The more they talk, like you say, how you, like, we're having a conversation, the more you talk, the more people find out. So if they're talking to you, you're going to find out more about them. So their main goal is going to be to listen to you. They want to see how to be able to manipulate you. They want to be able to know all of your past traumas, so they can eventually use it against you in some way, because they don't care about you.
What about if a guy tells you, "Don't stop asking me so many questions. You're acting like my mama. You're reminding me of my mother." It's like that's a.
I've heard he hates his mother, right? Probably hates her. He doesn't want to. I mean, because I'm not saying that he is the guarantee, but maybe there's resentment there. He doesn't want to be reminded of something that he maybe doesn't like, because
he doesn't like his mother. There's a problem with his mother. Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if you were to pick up on that. Yep. Here, I want you to check. Listen, watch this interaction, and I want you to tell me what you think of it.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Is that yes? Yeah. Is it making? I don't know. I don't know how it correlates. I don't know. Ask somebody else.
The point was this: if the patriarchy has all this power to make women do some bullshit, the patriarchy should have power to make you do what men want you to do.